And good morning! Today we are doing a slightly different vlog because today we wanted to kind of show what goes into making a vlog and, you know, get a few tips and tricks in there for other creators, and hopefully it's kind of fun to see what goes on behind the camera for all of you. So we're gonna get right to it. Step one. We kind of always like to start the vlog with a B-roll segment because you get a good feeling with some nice images and music, and you also kind of establish where you are. And we usually try to do this as early as we can in the morning because that way you have the, better light in the morning, and I always feel better when I start things really early because when the vlog is started, life feels good.
Good morning! I know we've already said good morning once, but a B-roll is not complete until you have a good morning at the end of it.
Not a bad way to start a date, right? I think if it wasn't for the vlog, I probably wouldn't get up at sunrise and go out and have a morning swim. So that's kind of one of the good things about having a vlog, that you realize nice things that you're too lazy to do, but if you have a vlog, you kind of do them. But on the other hand, you got to make sure that you're filming your life and not living a life to film it, if that makes sense. So I think it's important to find that balance, but I think it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, but if you find the balance, which it took a while for us to figure out, because in the beginning we were just like, okay, we got to do this, we got to do that, and then we were just stressing around and we were not doing what we wanted to do. So I think if you can just find the balance, you can just use a vlog to help you do more things, and I think that's a good thing. Bonjour! We had an awesome morning swim. We should really morning swim more often.
Yeah?
Oh yes. Next time you should join.
Did you say good morning yet?
I said good morning.
Okay.
Come far.
Good morning.
Oh.
Just wanted to double check because today we're doing a vlog on how we vlog. All the secrets, all the everything. And step number 3 on a day is to come home and say hi to you.
Okay.
Always make sure to clean your gear properly, otherwise they get really dirty. No, but sometimes, drones, they tend to want to go for a swim. And if they do go to a swim in the ocean, you gotta really, really clean it out. Then you just have to pray. First, the memory card works, usually does. Second, if you clean it out properly and
dry it
with rice,
yeah.
We've had some good success with that. Mm-hmm. So, even if you shouldn't do things just for a vlog, it's kind of impossible to get around the fact that if you spend the entire day in the apartment, it's going to be a bad vlog. It'll be really boring. So moving around and being able to throw in a segment of nice B-roll, slow-mo stuff is always a good thing to kind of create variety in the vlog. And then we kind of have the everyday life vlog things where you go to, you know, meetings and you do boring things, and you know, that's what you're doing that day, so you got to kind of capture it, otherwise you don't have any content. So whenever we do things that we can, you know, either it's all secret stuff or, you know, it's too noisy and bad, then, you know, we either shoot B-roll, just a couple slow-mo shots, or do some time lapses. And in this case we ran a few different angles of a time lapse and put a little bit of post zoom on it, which I think you know, it's a great way to capture a meeting that, you know, if we're discussing bank loans, like I can't tell you guys what's going on there. So I think being creative with how you capture secret things is an important part of vlogging, because some days you're doing a lot of that. So on this meeting, we shot 3 or 4 different time lapses, and the reason why it's nice to do different angles is because if you have a long meeting and you have one angle of a time lapse, it gets boring pretty quickly. But if you can move around a bit, it sort of, you know, keeps it interesting for a little longer, and it still shows like a time perspective. So you always have to like have so many things in your head and kind of like remember, what did I shoot before? How was that shot? How does this tell the story? And like, do people follow what we're doing? So it's like world championship in multitasking.
Hungry?
Yeah.
Hungry?
Hungry?
Yes.
I am 1000% hungry.
Yes, but let's not film this, it's way too boring.
And then we have the eating part of a vlog. I think if Yanni would watch a vlog, she would love to see food and eating and all that. And I agree, like if you go to a really nice restaurant and it's a beautiful place or beautiful food, it's pretty cool to do it. But if you're just like eating to like get fuel, I think it's, you know, it's better to skip it and focus on other fun things in a day. But again, it's a matter of trying to figure out what creates variety in a vlog. I mean, if you never show food, then maybe it's okay to show food, because then that is different. So I think just sort of like trying to figure out how not to shoot the same thing every day.
Have you seen what's going on? That is a major arm. So the reason why there's construction right here is because they're gonna build an island. Of course they're gonna build an island. Here's a good tip for B-roll, like long lens shooting. Stand so you have something in the way so you get that nice blurry foreground.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Why do you keep doing this? It's because if Yanni's standing here, you come look here, and then we focus in on the boat, it means it'll get more movement into the shot when you're shooting high frame slow-mo rates.
Yes.
Way cooler.
So I think one of the main reasons that I think we succeeded with the vlog channel, which I think we can say that we succeeded, right? If we have, you know, 850,000 subscribers. No, we can say we succeeded when once we reach 1 million.
Yes.
But I think the reason we got to where we are now is because we love to film. Like, if you just do it because you want to get famous or you want to get attention, I think it shows, and it's different. I would love to just be behind the camera and just shoot like a 3-minute B-roll segment, like starring Benny and Yanni, and that would be like, you know, if it was just me and no one else in the world, like, it's just so fun to shoot and film and like learn different editing techniques and all this. So I think having passion for filming is super key for a vlog.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for me.
Both?
Come on.
Super.
Yeah, that's for you. I know what this is.
Merci.
Merci. I know what this is, and I know what that is.
Yeah?
What this is? I don't know what this is.
From a fruit.
From a fruit?
It's Olsson.
I think it's from a fruit.
From a fruit?
Since we are showing how we vlog today, I guess box opening is part of that.
Yes.
Right? So then we can show how we box open.
Where is the spotlight?
Yeah, eyes.
Do you get a flare?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No way!
Yeah, big flare.
What?
I'll show you.
Good flare! Okay guys, if you want flares, buy the shimmies. Okay.
Shit. Promotion going on.
You can see here, but we did some major cleaning. Like, look how clean and nice it is. It's maybe the biggest difference is underneath. Like, we went through and like really went deep on the cleaning. Felt great, you know, you clean the toilet and like stuff you clean last. Let me get a...
Nice.
You ready?
Ready?
If it is what I think it is, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I know.
Why everybody knows and I don't know?
Because if you think a bit more.
No, don't give him any tip.
I gave him one, a fruit.
All right, let's pause this video for 2 seconds. A fruit, what could it be?
I know.
I know.
You don't know.
A fruit.
In this size.
Who gets it before Benny?
Everyone will know. No,
Ah, a MacBook.
Apple.
Well, it's time to see what the new MacBook does. Monster Mega Full Spec'd out. Because what we wanted to try is that initially when we tried the Dell against the Macs, the Dell was way faster.
Yes.
But after about 3 months, it seems like that's not the case anymore. It feels like it gets really, like now when it's this warm here, we have to turn it off a lot of times while we do it.
Because of the fan.
We still think it's a faster computer.
Yes.
But
the heating system.
I want to compare it to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, I use the Dell still. Yeah, but I don't edit as much videos as you guys do.
That's why it's slowing down within 3 months.
Yeah.
Because we're like editing almost every day.
Yeah.
So we want to compare here and see the current status.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're gonna get back to you on when we test this compared to the Dell, and we'll see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to gear and editing and all this, we could spend probably 20 hours talking about all that. But I figured that we're gonna try to do maybe a little bit of a workflow video later on. But I think if you're not vlogging, that'll bore you to death. So we're gonna keep it just real short and simple when it comes to the gear. Now we are shooting the vlog with 2 Panasonic GH5. Body is $2,000, I think.
Exactly.
And lenses are roughly 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So as you know, we have a full crazy red setup and we love the camera. But since we got this camera, we kind of felt that this does a better job than the red does, because in order for the red to really shine, you have to have a totally different setup. You have to have a big gimbal and tripods and sliders and everything. And I think if the red had a stabilization system like this one, we would shoot the red every day. So we shoot B-roll with 2 lenses. We have this long lens all the way to 400, which in micro four thirds will be the equivalent of an 800mm lens if you look at like normal Canon and Sony mounts. So this is like bird watching like craziness, and normally you're not supposed to be able to film with this handheld. So like this camera sort of changed it all for us, because we can shoot really good stuff without having a giant setup. Another huge benefit of this is that it shoots 180 frames per second, which you know, most Sony and other cameras, they shoot 120. So this will give you more slow motion, and more is always better. It doesn't crop when you shoot slow-mo. A lot of cameras, you know, they have a wide angle, but the more slow-mo you shoot, the more it crops. So with the red, for example, it's almost impossible to shoot really wide angle slow-mo. So that's another plus on this. So for B-roll, we have, you know, we have one camera set up for B-roll the whole time with the long lens, and then the 85mm, it's a 42.5 in micro four thirds, but equivalent of 85. So this is like our constant like camera that's set up for B-roll. And then we have the camera that we're filming on that has a 7-14.
7-14, yes.
Which is the equivalent, again, 14-28. So, and that has the mic on and all that. So we kind of have 2 cameras ready to go at all times. There's 2 downsides to the GH5. One, autofocus. Now when we film, we are constantly pushing the focus button to like find the focus. So if you do continuous, it's not very good. So that's when sometimes when I'm alone, I suck at focus. Low light is not epic. But now in the summer, when it's bright, like pretty much all day, I don't think that's really a problem at all. But you know, generally I would say that for vlogging, I think the GH5 is by far the best camera. And we are not paid to say this. As you can see, all logos, everything is black. So bought at full price, no promotion here. But if something's good, we promote. Attempt number 46 to get an AC. Also, if you're looking at this video and you have questions, make sure to hit us up in the comments and we'll make sure to really answer stuff. If you see a comment you like that so that comes higher up. And we're gonna try to answer through everything that comes with vlogging, life as a vlogger. That's probably something we should,
yes.
But yeah, hit us up with questions. And that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, you were lucky, guy.
Go.
So, what's it like to show your entire life to everyone that wants to watch what you're doing? I mean, what's it like for everyone to know what kind of color my boxers are? To be honest, I haven't, you know, I don't even care. I don't reflect over it. If you guys see me dead tired or sick or in my boxers, it's just, I don't even think about it anymore. So I think on that aspect, it's It is what it is. There are, however, two, I would say, negative sides to vlogging. Number one is that since you always have a camera around, there will be times when you're meeting people that might not want to be on video. Maybe you don't know if they want to be in video. So luckily, Yanni works with what she does. So we're kind of like, you know, working as a team quite a bit, and I help her shoot. And I think if she didn't work with what she does, it'd be really difficult to be a vlogger. So if you want to be a vlogger, make sure your girlfriend works with social media. And then of course, you know, my mom and dad, I don't think they're used to cameras growing up, but they seem to enjoy being in front of the camera, and we all know that Hans loves the camera. So I think that is good, but if you sometimes feel that I'm bad at introducing people or, you know, don't do proper introductions, it's because you know, sometimes you're trying to keep the vlogging low-key and like not take too much space and like, oh, here's a camera. You know, you just have to kind of feel it out and try to be respectful for people that don't want to be on camera. So I'd say that's, you know, a little negative thing, that it's difficult sometimes, basically. And then the second thing, which we brought up this summer, was the fact that we had so many people outside the door or outside the gate in Marbella that we felt kind of the need to sell the house. And I mean, to be honest, we only have ourselves to blame for the fact that you know, people want to meet us. And I think that it's so cool that everyone enjoys what we do, but it's just like when you're at home, we share everything we do. So when we're at home, we're just like, we'd love to have a little bit of privacy. Like now I haven't been on the balcony pretty much since I got to Monaco, because I'd say 90% of the time we have people on the street with cameras. So that would have to go under the negative sides, because it's like, it's gotten so big so quickly, and I'm still like, what is happening? Like, how did a vlog change our life this much? So I mean, we talk about it more and more. We're like, where is this gonna end up? Like, if we continue to grow like this, like, can we actually continue? Like, because it has changed, you know, from night to day in the last 6 months, which is awesome that everybody you know, likes what we do. I'm not gonna say love, but that you guys are interested. But I would say that if it continues like this, we would probably need to get a new apartment and make sure not to film that apartment, so we kind of have a secret home base. But I'd rather, you know, make a deal with you guys that if you guys can sort of just give us a tiny bit of space when we're at home, and then whenever you see us anywhere else, unless I'm eating with a burger all in my face, we will always stop and take a picture. If you guys can help us agree to that, then we can kind of continue showing everything about our life and not have a secret home base. So I think that will probably be better for everyone, because then the vlog is just gonna be better. So I'm hoping that we can make that deal. But those are the only two negative things. The rest is awesome. I love filming. We get to meet a ton of cool people, and, you know, I got to meet Benny. Lots of, you know, everything is almost positive. Just, you know, two little things that I would say ends up on the negative side.
Since we're in the car, and usually it's really bumpy in the car, it's a perfect time to shoot the 85mm lens on the GH5, because that's one of the reasons we think it's the best camera for vlogging. And just have a look at the stabilization, how stable this is while we go to Nice.
Like, how sick is that? I know we talked about stabilization before, but when you see that, like, try to do that with any other camera and you're not even gonna get close to that. So being able to not have a gimbal is just so sick. And then we added a bit of post zoom on a couple clips just to show you. And when we add post zoom, we usually go from 100 at the start of the clip to like 115 to 130 at the sorry. But as we said, I'm not afraid to show everything. So that happens when you have a bit of bubbled water for lunch. But yeah, just wanted to show you, like, that is insane for no gimbal. Like, this is no post stabilization, no nothing, just raw out of the box. And then we have the aspect of trying to figure out how to best capture you know, what we're doing. I mean, you have to have a variety through a vlog, like, you know, you want some time-lapse, some b-roll, some talking, and like try to always come up with new things and be creative. Because I think if you give yourself, you know, a couple minutes before you film and plan a little bit, you can save so much time in editing. Like here, we went to a shopping mall, and in the past, we've been pretty good at walking around with the camera like, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. And we don't end up getting anything, and it's just like the story doesn't make sense. So now we decided that, okay, we're just gonna film what we come out with and do a quick spin transition. So if you spend a couple minutes on trying to figure out what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it, then you can save a couple hours. So I think that is one advice I can give, is to do a bit of planning and like try to figure out how to be creative. And that's, you know, kind of when you shoot everything you do, not everything's exciting. So you gotta get better at being creative.
Yes!
Mission successful! Meet Lucifer. That's her new, that was, no, that was
that's not.
That's him.
The saver.
finally successful.
What's this for?
This is to organize all our stuff in the closets
Yes.
and the basement. But most of all, it's really to test what how George feels about transporting a lot of stuff. Huh?
Nice.
I bet you that there's not many Rolls-Royce owners that went to Leroy Merlin and was able to get that.
Catch it. Strong enough?
Looks good to me.
So it's good to be back. Go back to Monaco. Yeah.
When you're doing a lot of things, you got to make sure to stay hydrated. To drink lots of juices and lots of vitamins.
Yes.
We went all in on everything today.
Filled up all the cars from every shop.
We were just gonna go get, what were we? Oh yeah, get an AC.
An AC, yeah. We ended up being.
Grocery shopping.
This might be the biggest food purchase I've done while living in Monaco. All right, I say that we continue our fast pace because we have a lot of stuff.
And then we kind of have the time aspect of a vlog. I always want to try to make a vlog that starts in the morning, ends at night, and sort of, you know, try to capture as much of the day as possible to give you guys, you know, a good feeling. So that's why we sometimes put in time lapses during the day to show, okay, we're doing computer work. So we show a time lapse of the sky so we can show that there's some time passing by, which is also a nice break. Because I think whatever you do in a vlog, if you do it for too long, I know I've seen comments that my monologues are too long. I do not, like, I completely agree. It's just really difficult sometimes to get to the point really quickly. But starting in the morning and ending at night, I think, you know, that's always our goal. And the more positive things we can get in a vlog, I think the better it is. So trying to find something positive to end the vlog with, I think is really good. I hate when we end up here with a pizza and like, oh, we're gonna watch Netflix. And I think maybe now with the heat wave in Monaco and us working out late, that could be a perfect thing, because I like to end on like a positive and inspiring note.
Yes.
And we are back with one final shot of today. We are on the beach, it's what, 9? The day took much longer because we had so many things to do, so we're out here in the dark, but it's cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, and who couldn't resist the workout with this kind of view? That is good.
Yes.
See, that's what happened when you have 3 motivated people, that if you say you're gonna work out, there's always 1 or 2 that's gonna be like, we're doing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this slightly different vlog, that the guys and girls that does vlog got some tips. Yeah. And you know, for the rest of you, hopefully a bit of insight of what goes on when you're trying to film something every single day of your life. Which is pretty much the case, even though we don't publish every single day. But now we gotta get to more serious things, so I'd say that we put the camera over there, have a nice little time lapse of the city.
See you tomorrow,
Yes.
or after
Ciao.
the day tomorrow.
Au revoir et bonne nuit.
Non, après-demain.
Après-demain. Au revoir et bonne soirée.
Ciao.
Ciao. Oh, well done, guys.
Well done.
High five. Super high five.
And ciao.
Ciao.
So that was almost it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed a slightly different vlog. Again, we're trying to be creative. Maybe you guys hate it, but at least you learned a little bit more of what goes into a vlog. And you know, you can think that it's just shooting, but it's like the shooting part's the easy part. Thinking about how to do it and constantly like having a storyline and like remembering what you shot, that's the difficult part. And hopefully you got a bit more insight of that. I'm sure there will be a lot of questions, so make sure to hit us up with all the questions you have, and we'll try to answer as many as we can down here below. And we are gonna say good night and ciao and au revoir. Ah, I almost forgot. This vlog is out a little late because I kind of like didn't have time to shoot it all before I left to Vilnius. But as a, you know, trying to make up for it, we're gonna have a vlog tomorrow and the next day as well. And then it'll be 1 day break, and then we'll be back on Monday again. So I hope that made sense. But 3 days in a row, I hope you guys like it, and sorry that we're late. And if we are late, it's simply because sometimes you're planning just, you know me, like optimistic, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But now, again, we're trying. Adios, au revoir, et ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.